Hi Gemini, how's it going? I hope you're doing awesome today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to be doing a general reading for you, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. I pulled one oracle card and you got growth, and this is a 10-card Celtic cross spread. So I've already cleared the energy, shuffled, and pulled the cards. It's just to save a little bit of time. Okay, so let me just set up my camera here. We'll go through this message at the very end. I'll just leave that right there. So your first card that came out is the Seven of Wands. This card represents your current situation. This card is telling you to hold true to what's important to you, okay? Actively hold true to what you value, what matters to you. The overall energy of the reading, the message is to choose your battles carefully, okay? The Seven of Wands is a card, it's represented by Leo. It's a card of protectiveness, protecting your territory. You're defending yourself about something. This card represents some kind of challenge. A discussion is needed. You're standing up for yourself. You're negotiating. This card is telling you to persevere, maintain control. You're taking the high road, or Spirit is telling you to take the high road. Someone may be using you as a scapegoat. You have a very strong will. You're holding your own. You have a lot of stamina. This is a card of competition, responsibility, defensiveness. You're fighting your corner, but you have the upper hand. Spirit is saying you're very determined. You're at a position of advantage. You're standing up for your beliefs. Seven of Wands. Spirit is saying choose your battles carefully. Okay? This card is all about courage and determination. You're willing to fight for what you believe in, and you're willing to stand your ground. Maybe in the past you fell into complacency, but now you're ready to face challenges. Profit and gain come only after you've firmly held off your competition or enemies. You may be outnumbered, but Spirit's saying your determination will succeed. You're discovering inner resources you didn't even realize you had, and you're using them to overcome obstacles. You have the advantage, and you will eventually achieve success by your strong will and determination and motivation. Okay? Someone or something has put a block in your path, and before you can move forward and continue on your journey, you have to face a challenge. Spirit's saying you need to be brave, strong, and confident. This is not a fight that you can ignore. There's too much at stake, and you can't afford to give up. You must defend yourself. Okay, this is a card of Mount Defense, being very busy. And then what's crossing you, or what's challenging you, or your situation, or what you're celebrating, is the King of Swords. This card, the King of Swords, is someone who has the ability to make a strategic decision, okay? This card is telling you to trust your ability to make a strategic decision. This Knight, or sorry, this King of Swords is either you, someone in your life, or he can represent a situation. He's Aquarius energy. So the King of Swords is someone that has mental clarity, very intelligent. He could represent someone in law enforcement, a judge, someone in the military, a counselor, a warrior. This is someone with authority, very disciplined, uses his head over his heart. Use your head is what this card represents or telling you. This is a card of reason, integrity. This card could represent legal matters, a father. The King of Swords is a man or woman in a general reading of great strength and authority. He could be a teacher, a lawyer, someone in the communications field, a military officer. He's a good counselor with acute mental dexterity. He has a gift for thinking clearly and rapidly. He's able to express his thoughts with considerable eloquence. And if he doesn't represent an actual person, he could represent a situation where mental and communication skills are called for. You may be on the verge of a spiritual breakthrough and you're ready to communicate it to others in your life. He represents routine. He's very rational. He represents power, very clinical, stern, detached. This card could represent a conversation. Very precise. He has high standards. He has intellectual power. And then your foundation card, your third card, is the Death card. It came out reversed. So when a card comes out reversed, it means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. This is Scorpio energy. So this card is telling you to let go and embrace new beginnings. Maybe you're struggling with that, not being able to let go and embrace new beginnings because it came out reversed. This card represents going through a personal transformation, excuse me, when it comes out reversed. There may be a fear of change. You may be holding on to something or someone. You're not able to move forward. The inability to move forward, it's a card of stagnation, dependency, resisting change, a fear of beginnings, repeating negative patterns. You're putting off making necessary changes. This is usually out of fear. You feel like others are standing in your way, but it's really you that's blocking yourself because you're stuck in old habit patterns that you know need to be changed, but you don't want to put forth the effort to alter them, even though you're unhappy with the current situation. You may be depressed or in a state of apathy, refusing to accept the necessary process of psychological death, which leads to rebirth. The way out of this is to face up to your stagnation, frustration, and unhappiness. Let go of any relationships that aren't working. It's time to throw out the old and ring in the new. This card could also imply resisting death and perhaps even stalling it, letting something drag on beyond its natural lifespan leads to stagnation. An example of that, I had a little Jack Russell. She was 14. She was on my videos earlier, but we had to put her down in December, and I didn't want to. I wanted to, I probably waited an extra year because I didn't want to let go, but she wasn't doing well. So, you know, that's just a little, just a little example of when it might be time to let go of something or someone. And then your fourth card is the moon. This is Pisces energy. Your intuition will guide you to the right decision. Your fourth card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. This card is all about secrets, fears again, anxiety, fear, feelings, insecurity, illusions, confusion, uncertainty, the unknown, your subconscious. This card is telling you to really pay attention to your intuition, okay? Really try to really pay attention to your intuition at this time. It will guide you to the right decision. What else can I give you with the moon? Pisces energy. This has something to do with your past, but is relevant to your current situation. You're becoming more aware of feelings and inner perceptions. Maybe you're noticing psychic abilities. You're able to tune into other people's vibrations because you're connected to the energetic network around you. Pay attention to hunches and dreams at this time. And again, this is a good time for you to develop intuitive skills. The moon symbolizes what we feel and how we respond. The moon can point to a need to nurture yourself or to take care of your health. You should pay more attention to your inner self. Okay, is what the moon can represent. It can also indicate deceit, self-deception, confinement, and undoing, but these conditions are usually a result of ignoring your own inner promptings. If you get taken, especially emotionally, it's because you let your rational mind override your feelings. This card recommends that you tie up loose ends connected to your past, especially to your mother or other females. I would definitely make a note of that, because this is your fourth card, and it represents your past, so it really resonates there. Your immediate future card, what's likely to happen very soon. I don't know if you can hear, I have my door open. It's just a school bus. It's very loud, sorry. The Eight of Swords reversed represents what's likely to happen very soon in your life. This is you, Gemini, showing up in your reading again. So this card is about clarity. So they already mentioned having clarity, having a new perspective. It's a card of freedom. It's a card of release, releasing negative thoughts. It's a card of facing your fears again. Spirit's talking about fear again. feeling empowered, taking control. Um, this card is telling you to release yourself from self-inflicted binds. Okay, I don't think you're doing that since it came out reversed, but Spirit is saying release yourself from self-inflicted binds. This card is warning you that what is already wrong can get worse, or that a difficult situation is approaching very soon. So make sure all your affairs are in the best possible order. For example, if you've been putting off paying your taxes, getting insurance, or again, they're talking about some legal matter, settling some legal matter. Spirit saying take care of it right away. Your well-being depends on using your head and preparing for unexpected emergencies. And this card could also suggest that there's feelings of entrapment in your mind. You thought about things in such a way that they've become traps and dangers, but either they aren't real or they aren't what you've made them out to be. Okay, this is a card of self-acceptance, surrendering, being open to a new perspective. This is a card of self-limiting beliefs, releasing negative thoughts, facing your fears, having clarity. And then the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Nine of Wands. You're going to be strong for as long as you need to be strong, okay? You are strong. Again, this card is telling you to persevere. So Spirit is repeating this message, so I would make a note of this. This is a card of, this is the final challenge. Spirit knows you're exhausted. You've experienced setbacks. It's a card of fatigue. Again, Spirit is talking about fighting your corner. Being guarded, feeling wounded, learning from the past. This is a test of faith, but you have the courage, the determination. You're so close to success. Your goal is in sight. This is the final challenge. This is a test of your strength. You have the courage to overcome, the tenacity, the resilience. So do not give up. Gather your strength. This card says you're at number 9. You just have to get to 10. Do not give up. Whatever you do, Gemini, don't give up, okay? However that resonates with you. You're defending your legitimate territory. Again, choose your battles carefully. Through effort and determination, you've protected what's yours. You've shown courage under fire. You've stood your ground. Now this is a card of recovery. You're in a strong position, and again, Spirit is saying success is at hand. 9s represent completion. This card could indicate that the job is done. You've had the discipline and the ability to plan well and wisely. Your relationships are developing positively. You're moving forward with a sense of purpose and direction. Purpose is coming up. You're moving forward with a sense of purpose and direction. And if there's still opposition, your skills, strength, and courage will prevail over all opponents. Okay, just don't give up. You've went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You just have to get to 10. Okay, this is Sagittarius energy. Spirit knows that you're drained, you're feeling exhausted, weary, but you're nearly there. You're so close to success. Then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the Six of Cups. This card, you remember and treasure past happiness, is the message with this card. This is Scorpio energy. This is a card of innocence, acceptance, revisiting the past, healing, kindness, having new hope. This card represents playfulness, youthfulness, creativity, kindness. Old friends might be coming back into your life. Something is coming back into your life. You're experiencing emotions connected to your past that will shed light on your future. You're feeling calm and collected about past events, putting them into perspective and beginning to understand how they can bring a bright future. This card represents nostalgia and happy memories. It refers to sentimental remembrance of things past. These pleasant and comforting memories can be used to better your future, to build on. Knowing that you've been happy in the past will enhance your ability to be happy in the future. Maybe a passionate pursuit or a beloved creative endeavor that you let go of will return to your life, or someone from your past is coming back into your life whom you would be very happy about. You would be very happy about that. Okay? And then your environment, or how others see you in your situation. You got the Lover's card. This is you showing up in your reading, Gemini. Okay? It came out reversed, so extra protection from Spirit. This card is saying that you need self-love at this time. You may have trust issues. There's a loss of balance or an imbalance in an area of your life, conflict, indecision, disconnection. There's a lack of accountability when this card comes out reversed. This card is warning you of making an unwise or unbalanced decision. Your own disparate parts are cooperating with each other. Wearing factors of your personality are coming together. Maybe you realize that you can be beautiful and brainy at the same time, or strong and gentle simultaneously. You're resolving conflict and melding differences into a system of mutual support for yourself. This card could also indicate a delay of some project that needs mutual cooperation, or maybe you're trying to force cooperation among basically incompatible elements. Detachment, bad choices, indecision. Focus on self-love. This card represents a disharmony. Trust your knowing and make a commitment. And then your hopes and fears is the Queen of Swords reversed. This is either you, someone in your life, or a situation, male or female. Libra energy. Again, Spirit is saying protect what matters to you. You're scared to do that though. Or you hope to do that. The Queen of Swords is someone who's very pessimistic. They're cold, bitter, manipulative, harsh, deceitful, unforgiving. She could represent an absent mother. She can be male or female in a general reading. She has repressed trauma. She's dysfunctional, obsessive, dependent. Again, she could represent an absent mother. This is someone who is not learning from the past. She lacks empathy. She's rude, spiteful, vindictive, a cheater. She could represent malicious gossip, infertile. This card could also mean that you're not dealing well with a loss. There may be sadness, withdrawal, or mourning beyond reasonable expectation. She could also represent a situation where you feel bogged down emotionally and you're wallowing in pain. Cold, judgmental, harsh. While she's extremely smart, her gifts are tarnished by pain and bitterness, and she tends to use her knowledge and tongue to cause unnecessary pain. And then your future card. Remember to protect what matters to you, Gemini. You are your own anchor. You've got this. You've got it, okay? You're strong. This is the King of Cups. This card represents your future if all is to remain as is. Scorpio energy. The King of Cups is someone who's in control, very compassionate, balanced. He could represent a good husband, father, partner. He could represent a spiritual guide, very generous, charming, devoted, family-oriented. Yeah, he's very balanced between his head and his heart, tolerant, loyal, faithful. And he could be an advisor or a counselor. He's very respected, wise, responsible, calm. He could represent a mature, compassionate man. He could represent a father figure, your own father, or someone who fills that role for you. He could represent an older man with either you have or want a romantic relationship. Whether he's a friend, advisor, or lover, he's utterly trustworthy, independent. He can be relied upon to come through for you when you need him. He's very creative, diplomatic, wise, responsible, considerate. He may seem soft to those who don't know him well. And then your oracle message, you have growth. You're constantly being presented with situations that enable you to develop your inner wisdom and assist you in advancing to higher levels of understanding. The lesson is to be aware of these events and recognize them for what they are. To live a mindful life is not only about respecting and honoring those around you, it's also about recognizing every person and circumstance on your path as a teacher. The constant chatter and diversions of life on earth can distract you from the signposts that Spirit has left on your path. So take the time to be aware of the bountiful wisdom that has been laid before you. Acknowledge these gifts and take them to heart as you continue your sojourn in this physical dimension. Don't look for the opportunities that you think you need. Instead, be receptive to the opportunities that are given. Okay, so that is your reading, Gemini. If this reading resonated with you, if you could please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Thank you for allowing me to channel these messages today for you from Spirit. I'm very grateful. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.